Hello, this is Angie with thecountrysheetcottage.net, and I'm going to do a hangout on air today all about Post Planner, which is what I've been using to schedule out Facebook, and I'm loving it. So this is a completely unpaid testimonial. I will include my affiliate link on any posts, or actually on the post, right, if you're watching this live on Google+, it's there. If you'll use that to sign up, I would appreciate it, but otherwise just sign up at postplanner.com if you like what I'm talking about. All right, so what is Post Planner? It is a Facebook scheduler, so you can schedule out the post to your Facebook page. And what it does is it goes out and finds viral content, viral photos or articles or questions, and it sorts them in a way that makes it super easy for you to schedule them and share them. I've been using it for over a month on my personal page, thecountrysheetcottage.net. I've been using it for a few other Facebook pages that I help to manage for even longer than that. And I must say that I love, love, love it. It's one of my favorite new social media tools. I have used a few Facebook schedulers in the past, including Facebook's native Facebook scheduler, and this is absolutely my favorite. If you've read anything about Facebook and social media, everyone is recommending that you up the number of times you post every day. And there's only one of me, and there's only so much time in the day. And Post Planner has allowed me to actually up the number of times I'm posting every day in less time, which I think is amazing. So I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to go over how I use Post Planner, some of the tips and tricks that I have figured out. I can figure out how to share my screen. Some of the tips and tricks I've figured out through messing with it the past few months. And here we go. Okay, so now you can see my screen, and this is actually postplanner.com. So first of all, how do you sign up? So you go just to Post Planner and just Facebook Get Started Now. Really, really simple and easy to get signed up. I'm already signed up, so I'm actually just going to log in and talk a little bit about the cost. So the cost advertised on the website is $7 a month. Actually, if you Google coupon codes for Post Planner, you should be able to get that cheaper. When I signed up, I got it for $5 a month, which I think is a huge bargain as far as everything you get and everything you can do with it. Okay, so I'm going to go through the elements of the dashboard. So here, the top is posts. So if I click on the Country Chic Cottage, you can see everything that I have planned to post over the next week. And we'll go over each of these in detail in a second. You can also click on schedule and the Country Chic Cottage, and you can see the times that I want to post. And you can see I only have 6 times posted, and that's because I schedule some as well as doing these queued times, and I'll talk about that a little bit more in a second. All right, so then you get into some of the content suggestions. So you can do viral photos. And when you start with Post Planner, you'll have a few of these folders already in your dashboard. And I'm going to show you how to make some more, which is going to be rock your world as far as sharing other people. Top content, again, you will have a few folders already. And then I will show you how to make some of these new folders for sharing all your friends. And then status ideas, which is very cool. So if you ever thought you need to ask a question on your Facebook page, fill in the blank questions, insert your brand, fan love, trivia things. They have tons and tons of prompts for you to use, and it's so easy to schedule them. You can actually alter them to be, let's see here, my nickname as a kid was. So if I copy, so it copied it, and then I just have to hit paste. And then I can alter it right here, or I could queue it up, and this is for the Country Chic Cottage. So super, super easy to pick any of these things and share them on your Facebook page. And you can see there's tons of different things, and then also seasonal type things. So it's fall. So there are some things about fall that are doing well on other people's pages right now. All right, so what else do we have on the dashboard? There's insights. These insights are okay. I'm going to show you here in a few minutes some other places to see insights in Post Planner that I like a little better, but you can see the insights of each individual post here if you would like. There's some things I like a little bit better, and I'll show you those in just a minute. Share bar is actually for premium plans, which is a little bit more, and then these are your settings, so your account type settings, which I'm not going to go into in this video. All right, so those are your dashboard elements. Now, the first thing you're going to need to do is link your pages. So I think that's under settings. And you'd have to link your pages here. So you'd have to connect your account, and then there's a few pages I have here that aren't connected. I could pick, let's say this page, let's crafts with jars. I could pick crafts with jars and actually link it into here and schedule posts for it. The $7 a month account, again, Google coupon code, get that cheaper, allows you 5 pages to be connected. So I could actually do 2 more in here without any additional cost per month, which is amazing. Okay, now your schedule. This is for your queued posts. So we're going to go over how to queue a post and how to schedule a post. If you are queuing posts, this is the times they will fall into. You can change these up. You can say I wanted to add one now. It would change all the posts I have scheduled for next week on the Country Chic Cottage. So I could change this to 2:45, and it would go back and change everything I have scheduled for all next week to 2:45 because I did that. I started with Post Planner, and then I decided to move some stuff around and add some times in, and it completely changed what I had queued up already, which was amazing. I was super happy with that because I didn't want to go back and change those all manually. So if you're using the queue button, which is what we'll go over in a minute, this is where your schedule is. And I just have it for every day as this, but you can also do like by weekday, different times, but I don't think that's necessary. So this is what I have for every day. All right, scheduling versus queuing. So I'm gonna go over that for a minute. So I have a folder here with some stuff I like to share on the Country Chic Cottage. And I want to share this photo. So I want to click share, and it'll share the original photo from the original location, not a problem. And I need to put a status. And if you have more than one Facebook page attached, you'll need to select it. So I'm going to select the Country Chic Cottage. But once you select it, it'll leave it selected until you pick another one. So if I'm going to do the Country Chic Cottage a week's worth right now, I can do that. So now I can hit queue, and it will go by those scheduled times that we talked about a few minutes ago. But if I wanted to schedule it for a certain time, I could hit schedule post, pick a date and a time, and hit schedule, and it would schedule it up. So I don't want to schedule this one. I want to queue it. By the way, if you have questions during this video, if you're watching it live, tweet me your questions and I'll try to answer them live. If you have questions after this video is on YouTube or Google+, just type the question in the comments and I'll try to get to it. All right, so now that post is in my queue, and it just went to the next available planned spot, which is going to be probably next Sunday or so. So how I work this, so it went to Saturday at 11:30 a.m. because that was the next spot for queuing. So this is how I personally do this. I queue other people's stuff. So I go to viral photos or wherever I want to share from, or the content here, and I pick pictures, queue them up, and they all drop into this schedule. And so I have other people's content scheduled out. Then I go back, and once a day, I want to share something of mine. So in my schedule, my internet's been a little bit slow. In my schedule, I save about the 6 o'clock hour for something of mine. So you can see something of mine right there. And then I also, during the day, about 2, I do an affiliate link. So those are the two things I share of mine every day. Those are not in my queue. So this 6:10 time is not in my queue. What I do is if I want to schedule something for mine for next Saturday, I pick what I'm going to share. I'm going to share this fabulous pumpkin coloring page. So we want to show this to show up as a huge picture when it posts to Facebook, correct? So do not put a link here yet. Click the upload photo button. And I downloaded this earlier. Okay. So, and then hit choose album and pick the album you want it to go to. I put them all on timeline photos. So I typed my status, I uploaded the photo, and now I want to put the link that they're going to go to. And then I'm going to schedule this one instead of queuing it. And I'm going to schedule it for next Saturday at 6:45. And I hit schedule. So that way when I'm going through and I'm queuing stuff, I don't have to worry about where I'm going to put my stuff in. I can just queue tons and tons of stuff really, really quickly and then drop my stuff in as a schedule. And I can schedule one of my things every single day, which is these right here. And it'll drop those in there in between stuff that I have queued. So that's one feature that I love, the schedule versus the queue. Okay, now I was going to tell you how this is great for sharing your friends' content. So if I click on viral photos, I have got a folder called CCC, and a bunch of different Facebook pages are in here. And this sorts through all their posts and pulls the most viral photos or the ones that just does the best to the top. So I can share these top things easily and sort through all their content within seconds. So how do you create these folders? So first of all, we need to find, I'm going to create a folder for magazines. So let's see, House Beautiful Magazine. So I'm going to grab those. And where it says add fan page URL, just put that in. Facebook puts that silly reference on the back end. So we're going to get rid of that. Hit enter. And House Beautiful drops down here as an option. So House Beautiful Magazine, Country Living, and Better Homes and Gardens. And if I click on one of these, everything from Country Living Magazine pops up into here, every photo they've shared. And something I did forget to mention, it's defaulted to week, but I can see everything they've shared this month and what's the most popular or ever. So I can see these pictures. So ever on their Facebook page, these did really great. So this tire planner would be something great to share any time of the year, really. And then of course you have patriotic stuff. So I try to stick with the week, expand it out to the month if I need to, and then I occasionally expand it out to all just to kind of see what went viral and pick that. And you can do that within the folders as well. So CCC has those options as well. All right, so we're going to add a new folder for these magazines, and I'm going to call it Magazines. And now you just drag all these magazines up to the magazines folder. And so I have 3 magazines to drag up. Now when I click on magazines, all 3 of those magazines' content is in here. Some is from Better Homes and Gardens, some from Country Living, and some from House Beautiful. And this is the content they've shared this week that is doing really well. And then I can queue these up. So let's do this one. And hit queue. So I've just queued another post. So that's another one of my favorite things, is dropping your Facebook pages into folders so you can share your friends. So say you're in a Facebook group and there's 5 blogs and you're in a tribe, you can drop all their Facebook pages on here. Drop them into a folder that says tribe and all your people are there. The only thing, this is viral photos and you have to make a folder there. And also in top content, you have to make a folder. So content is stuff, let's pick CCC on this. Content is stuff that they've shared a link and maybe a picture as well, but it's mostly links, and it may or may not be a big picture. You know how Facebook uses those smaller pictures like a preview? It may be those. So you can play around with it. I like the viral photos a little bit better, but I do share the links, and you can kind of tell. Let's look at this one. Be a good example. So you can tell that she did upload a photo, and you can post it as a photo, and the link will be there. And so this one comes from Chef in Training, but it looked like, yeah, No Biggie had shared it. So she's already shared it, so I'm going to be sharing from the original, which is chefintraining.com. And if there's any videos, those appear in this top content area. I have figured that out. I have not figured out a good way to pick those videos out from this long stream of things. I'm thinking about setting up a folder with Facebook pages that share mainly video, maybe like BuzzFeed video or whatever. And that way I can better sort out those videos and maybe figure that out a little bit more. But that's one thing I have not been able to figure out. Okay, so uploading photos, we've went through that. Okay, also, on content, you can set keywords. So I can set crafts as a keyword. And now crafts appears down here. And you can see everything that people are sharing that has to do with crafts. Sometimes the searching for the keyword works good. Other times it doesn't. I've been playing with it a little bit, and it is something I think that could be useful, especially if you're looking for something really specific and going to look for it, you know, week after week after week. So definitely try those keywords out and see if you can find some really great content to go along with them. So along with Facebook pages and searching for keywords on the content, say on viral photos, I can add someone's Facebook page, but I could also add their Instagram account. So if you want to add a hashtag or a handle from Instagram and share those on Facebook, this is the place to do that and sort through those. On top content, you can add a keyword, a Facebook page, a Twitter account, or an RSS feed. So you can add any of those here. Again, it will drop down here. You can add a folder, drag and drop them into a folder, and have that folder of all your friends' RSS feeds, say, in this top content, and then share those. Again, if you do the RSS feed, it's going to be just the Facebook preview, not a big picture. And then we went over status ideas, which you can also do. Okay, so now say I'm scheduling out my Facebook page for the week, and I'm running through these viral photos. And there's a ton of recipes all in a row. And, you know, I don't want, my Facebook page is not about recipes, but I really love to share recipes. So let's say I get to queuing up all these recipes. So I queue up this one, this one, this one. Let me just queue them up real quick. Let's not misspell anything, huh? All right, so I've queued up quite a few recipe posts all in a row. So let's go back to our posts, the Country Chic Cottage, and I will scroll down to where I've queued up all those recipe posts. So you're like, why did she queue up all those recipe posts in a row? What is she going to do with that? This is amazing. All right, so I have this recipe, and this recipe all sharing that day, and another one here, actually. So I don't want that to happen. So all I have to do is click this move button, and I just move this up, and all of a sudden that's at a different time. So you can queue whatever you want, just really quick, just run through and start queuing stuff, and then come to the screen, move them wherever you want to move them in your schedule, and everything else moves down. Those recipes or whatever you queued all in a row move up. Say you do a bunch of quotes at once, you could space those out by moving them around. And I'm going to move this one, So now things are looking better. I have a recipe on that day. I have a recipe there. I have a recipe there. And a recipe there. So things are looking a little more spaced out. Probably need to move some more. But moving your queued items is something that I love. So I can do the queuing part really, really fast and then sort of use this tool to move them up and down to get more onto my goal of sharing, say, one recipe a day, if that's my goal. So if I come up with a scheme that I want to share, a recipe, a craft, a DIY project, and I want to do them in that order, then I can just move them around later and queue up everything really fast, which is one feature that is my favorite. If I am not saying that enough, I have tons of favorite features when it comes to Post Planner. All right, this is also where, say I queued this and I really didn't want to say that, you can hit edit and you can edit what you said here. If you had something you misspelled, you can edit from this page as well. So that's your post, and then pick your page, and then you can edit here. If you want to, this is to move something that is queued. If you want to move something that you scheduled, then you just hit reschedule and pick another date and time, and it'll reschedule it at that date and time. Right now. Okay, I haven't said this enough. Favorite feature of Post Planner. My 5th favorite feature, or however many if you're keeping counting. All right, so let's talk about insights down here. This is under posts, and then you pick your page, and then you pick posted. So this is everything I've posted with Post Planner. So we can go way back to the beginning of Post Planner. I started using it in August. And it has every single post that they've posted, along with insights, and there are some good ones. So it does the insights only on certain ones. So if you, this one, like I pulled the picture off my computer and posted it. It doesn't have insights for that one, but it does for the rest of these. So it tells you how many times it was shared, how many times it was liked, that kind of thing, which is great data. But what do I do with that? I'll tell you what you do with that. This one did amazing. It had 154 shares. So I really like that one. So what I can do is I can hit queue. Guess what it just did? It just queued up that post to repost at a later date. So we'll scroll down to next weekend. And that post is queued up again. So you can use those insights to re-queue things that did well on your Facebook page. And guess what? They'll probably do well the second time. So another one would have a menu keeping count, favorite parts of Post Planner. All right, so that's about all the tips and tricks I have. And let's see here. Maybe I can stop screen sharing. Okay, I'm back. All right, so that's about all the tips and tricks I have. And it kind of goes through how I use it as far as queuing up and scheduling the pages that I manage. Why I love Post Planner. So number one, I could up the amount of times that I posted to Facebook easily and still stay within my time. So try to schedule my page. I'm doing 8 through Post Planner, and then a couple more I do live every day. So I'm about 10 or so a day that I'm posting to the Country Chic Cottage. And I can schedule them up like in an hour a week or less. I mean, it's really, really quick, as you just saw. I can queue things up, and then the longest part is picking what I want to schedule from my own blog and scheduling those up, and then any affiliate links that I want to schedule. So those are the 2 most time-consuming things. Queuing up other people's stuff is so easy right now that I'm in love with Post Planner. My engagement numbers are up. I have seen a difference in the engagement I'm getting, especially on certain posts. So I think the toughest part of Facebook is going to be finding that content that your audience loves, because it's going to be your audience. It doesn't matter who I'm sharing and what I'm sharing, because I'm trying to find out what works best for my audience, and it may be different for yours. So play around with Post Planner or whatever scheduler you're using and share a bunch of different people and find out what works good for you. And I've been experimenting quite a bit the past few weeks to try to up my engagement numbers and find out what people really love so I can share even more. But what I like about Post Planner is it's going to make that easy. So I figure out that recipes work really well, and I need to do 2 a day, I can make myself a recipes folder, share, put a bunch of food bloggers in there that have great recipes and great pictures, drop them into a folder, and I just have to pick the folder and start picking those pictures, queuing them up, and moving them around to where they're 2 a day. So that's why I like Post Planner and why I'm going to continue using it, is because it makes it super easy. And yes, my engagement is up, but the main reason I'm using it is I always think of the money I spend on my blog or social media as sort of like hiring a virtual assistant, but I'm not. So I didn't hire a VA to do Facebook, but I made it super simple by paying Post Planner, and a $5 a month plan is what I'm on. So I think that's all I had today. Again, if you have questions, you can tweet me, leave a comment on YouTube, leave a comment on Google+, and I will try to get those answered. If you are going to sign up for Post Planner, I would appreciate you use my affiliate link. It will be in the description on Google+, on YouTube, and a blog post I'm going to write about it. I would appreciate it, but if you don't, that's fine too. Just sign up for Post Planner. Love it as much as I did. Make a big long list of reasons you love it and create a video. Because that's what I did. And again, if you're going to sign up, Google coupon codes, and hopefully you can get it for less than $7 a month. Everyone I've talked to has gotten it for less. So Google the coupon code, use a coupon code when you sign up, and get it for less than that $7 a month. All right, thank you for joining me today. Again, my blog's thecountrychiccottage.net. Join me anytime. Thanks. Bye.